Hello, everybody. I wanted to do a review of Star Trek Starfleet Academy Episode 3. So, let me recap. The first episode I really liked. The second episode I thought was kind of the weaker episode of the bunch out of the first two. And but I did enjoy the love story between Caleb and that alien girl. I forget her name. Um, and I liked, like I said, the end where they all stood up and kind of came to peace and an agreement with the aliens for a partnership, if you will, a alliance, if you will. Um, Now this episode, the third episode, the beginning was, and most of it was very lighthearted. It was like a competition to basically between the military kind of academy, the fighting academy, and the Starfleet Academy. And I watched it with my dad. We both thought the beginning was super lighthearted and we didn't like it as much. But uh, it ended very strong with some moments where the characters grew and you really started to say, hey, I really like this character. The character that was the captain who lost his captaincy to the girl that I think those two are gonna be an item as well. His character grew a lot in the episode, and they all came together to prank the military academy or whatever they call it. And Starfleet Academy rigged up these plants from the Holly Hunter character, who was kind of like the captain of the Starfleet Academy, and she told him use botany, use the plants. So they took her idea, and I just like the way it all kind of wrapped up in a cool way. And um, I would say the last two episodes, the endings were the best part, and then in the end of this one, Caleb and that girl kind of had a heart to heart. She put her hand on his heart to feel, she could feel people's emotions, and that was really strong. And I do think they're eventually going to start dating. We'll see. We'll see how that goes. Sometimes these shows throw you a curveball and you don't realize that it was going to go that way. And then another really strong part was in the end, they all got what looked like Letterman jackets, like we would get in school. With the one girl with the captain, she became the captain at the end of the episode. And finally, they put one on Caleb, and the camera like kind of pans around to the back, where you see the Starfleet logo on the back of the jacket, on the back of the Letterman jacket, and then you hear that do 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 do, that Star Trek music from like the original Star Trek, and also it was played in, I think, Next Generation did a variation of it as well. Um, and yeah, it was I the ending really was good. There were some character moments that really made it for me. Um, so if this show continues on this path, maybe the next one episode will be more serious, more tension. Maybe that's how it's gonna go. Because if you remember back to Star Trek fans, to the other shows, there was always some lighthearted episodes in Strange New Worlds. There was the musical episode. There was a couple. There was the Lower Decks cartoon episode where they mixed the two. They definitely had like a little mix of both serious and comedic stuff going on, and I think that this show is continuing that. So far, I'm enjoying it. Obviously, there are going to be some episodes I enjoy more than others, and like in the last two episodes, the endings they really stuck the landing, so to speak, in the episodes and really brought it home. So I really liked it. If I had to rate this episode out of I'll do it out of a 5. I think I did the last two out of a 10, but if I had to do this out of a 5, definitely a 4.5. Taking off a point for the fact that it was very lighthearted and goofy, and I was like, is this like Twilight version of Star Trek? Is it like teeny bopper ish a little bit? And I'm okay with that. I'm fine with that. Like, not every Star Trek show has to be like an incarnation of the last. I thought Picard was probably the best, along with Discovery so far, out of the newer Star Trek shows on Paramount Plus, and before that, CBS All Access. But yeah, they can't all be carbon copies of one another. And I so far, I like this show. I wouldn't say I love it, but I like it, and yeah, it's fun, and I want to see where this is going. Where as shows go, they usually grow on you as time goes on. We'll see if this grows on me. And love the first episode, and the last two had solid endings that really upped the rating, so to speak. So yeah, I enjoyed it. Anyway, that's gonna be it, guys. I don't want to make this too long, but hope you all are having a great day and or night. May the force be with you, and live long and prosper. And peace out, guys. Keep trekking on.